Daniel 8:25. And through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many. He shall also stand up against the prince of princes, but he shall be broken without hand. And the vision of the evening and the morning, which was told, is true. Wherefore, shut thou up the vision, for it shall be for many days. Call halal Yahweh Basham Abishai Basham Bakar. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, among the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations, and to the Akwath that are listening and learning, to you I say Shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago, coming at you with another lesson. And a prophesied had been telling you that September was going to be a wild month. Right around the middle of September, it looks like it's happening at the end. So a few days off, but I knew a lot of things were going to happen. The Nord Stream pipeline, one of them has been destroyed, and they're trying to say it's a natural leak, but it's a leak in 3 different places. And all I can tell you this is that the last ship that was seen in the area was a naval ship, a naval vessel that the divers go from to do exactly what was done. Not saying that America did it, but it sure does look like it. And a majority of the world is believing it to be so. And they just don't want to outright say it and come out and condemn them without evidence. But the evidence is probably going to show that it was. And what that's going to do is, because America doesn't want Russia to have the power that it has. And by destroying this pipeline, which brings so much oil into Europe through Germany, well, what they just do is they just ensure that the Germans are going to have a very cold winter, and all the other nations that get their oil through that pipeline via Germany. These people are going to. So if this be true, which I believe it is, that America actually did it, they have really put their allies yet again in a very bad situation. A very bad situation. So without any further ado, got a couple videos lined up. Just going to play portions of them. So here we go.
Sabotage is thought to be behind 3 leaks in the Nord Stream natural gas pipelines connecting Russia to Europe. Gas bubbles have formed in the Baltic Sea off Denmark and Sweden. The Danish military has released these images of the gas bubbles. The leaks were first spotted on the radar of a passing ship. Denmark has since banned shipping from the area and imposed a no-fly zone. The Nord Stream 1 and 2 pipelines run from Russia to Germany. Neither is in operation, although both did contain pressurized gas. The Kremlin says it's extremely concerned about the leak. Now, Poland's Prime Minister has called it an act of sabotage without providing any evidence. And Denmark's Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen says sabotage is indeed a possibility.
We cannot rule it out. It is too early to draw conclusions yet. But this is an extraordinary situation, an unusual situation. And there are 3 leaks, even with some distance between them. And that is why it's hard to imagine that what's happening is a coincidence.
Now, our political correspondent Thomas Barrett joins me now. Thomas, what are you hearing from the German government officially and maybe unofficially about these leaks?
The same line of caution that we heard from other European officials, that it's essentially too early to conclude what exactly is behind those leaks. But what we are hearing as well, not only here in Germany, but also from other European countries, is that the extent of the damage seems too large for it to be accidental or coincidental. And that's why you're hearing from officials saying that there's a
By
possibility
their
that this could have been an act of sabotage. But again, it is still too early to really conclude what was behind those leaks. There are crisis teams meeting in different parts of Europe to try and understand what exactly happened and also what could be the impact, the political but also the economic impact of these leaks on the Nord Stream pipelines, the Nord Stream 1 and the Nord Stream 2 pipelines.
Now, how difficult would it be to attack these pipelines? I understand they're encased in concrete.
Well, you would essentially need to know first, Gerhard, if it was indeed an attack. Again, we're only speculating here, but there have been...
So, it's like someone being shot with a sniper rifle, and you got to speculate that they were shot with a sniper rifle. This is utterly ridiculous. Things just don't blow up in 3 places. In 3 different places.
Already analysis pointing to the fact that the extent of the damage would point, if it is an attack, to a state actor. But again...
So it would have to have been done by a state actor. And like I said, what these people are uncovering is the fact that the only vessel that was seen in the area was a naval vessel that specialized in underwater demolitions. Just saying, highly suspect. So let's go to another video. Damn commercial.
It's the Mother Road.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
The flip side to wasted time on the highway filled with...
How come nobody is talking about cyber attack? Hi folks, Canadian Prepper here. The events of the last 24 hours are the death knell for Russia-Europe relations. This may well be the event that precipitates the complete dissolution of NATO and the all-out escalation of chaos in Europe. This event was so substantial, in my mind anyways, that I messaged Survival Lily, Elizabeth over at the Survival Lily YouTube channel last night at like 2 a.m. and I said, look, this is going to get real bad. This is about to get real nasty. This is a sign of the complete breakdown of diplomatic relations. This one diplomatic bargaining tool now virtually is no longer existent.
Yeah.
There was a time when the gas flows had been suspended due to geopolitical reasons. But now, the actual physical capability for Europeans to get the life-sustaining natural gas that they need to get through this winter no longer exists.
Mm-hmm.
It just simply does not exist anymore. Now, we're going to talk about how this happened.
That's telling you, man, that people are about to freeze to death. They call for a dark winter, and it's probably going to happen here as well with when them blackouts and those rolling blackouts get to going. All right, and it makes you think about, I was been wondering, well, what event is going to happen to make the nations, hate the whore, turn on the whore? Well, let me grab that. It's Revelation 17 and 16. Yeah, this is Revelation 17:16, and it reads, "And the 10 horns." See, because NATO, you have to understand, Germany is a key partner. When it goes to the 10 toes, the prophecy that's in Daniel. All right, it's the strongest. It has the strongest economy. If Germany decides to publicly and openly go with Russia, that's a major game changer. And like I said, other nations will more than likely join them, and that's probably what's going to happen. This could actually be it. And Yahweh Ratazah it is, because the saints of the Most High are worn out. But this is Revelation 17:16, and it reads, "And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire." So, because we keep telling you that America's 200,000. That's over 200 million arrows that are going to fly from one end of the earth to the other right here to good old Babylon the Great and melt the elements. You know. Meanwhile, all this madness is going on. These elites plan on running underground, you know, into those bunkers and trying to hide themselves as they creating all this chaos. And this is Amos 9:2. And it reads, though they dig into hell, meaning the ground, all right? This is how you know the hell isn't what Christianity, this false religion of Christianity says it is. All right? Though they dig into hell, then shall my hand take them. Though they climb up into heaven, then shall I bring them down. So they're going to try to fly to get away, and you know, and the Lord's going to bring them down. When they go into them bunkers, the Lord's going to send the angels and the elect, you know, turn hunters to go get them and bring them out of those bunkers. So they're only going to be preserved from this disaster that they've helped create, so that their prophecy can be fulfilled, that they be the first fruits of slavery. So let's take that back a little bit.
Will be the event that precipitates the complete dissolution of NATO and the all-out escalation of chaos in Europe. You know, this event was so substantial, in my mind anyways, that I messaged Survival Lily, Elizabeth, over at the Survival Lily YouTube channel last night at like 2 a.m. and I said, look, this is going to get real bad. This is about to get real nasty. This is a sign of the complete breakdown of diplomatic relations. This one diplomatic bargaining tool now virtually is no longer existent.
Wow.
There was a time when the gas flows had been suspended due to geopolitical reasons. But now, the actual physical capability for Europeans to get the life-sustaining natural gas that they need to get through this winter no longer exists.
So these Europeans, the life-sustaining gas that they need to survive the cold winters, and you know, Europe gets pretty bad winters, you know, in these European countries, they no longer have. And this was done by, you know, this was a state sabotage. And more than likely it was, you know, America. And most geopolitical people are already saying, yeah, that we did it. Just like, you know, the whole thing with, you know, with the couple buildings that came down, or 3 buildings that came down. You know, you know, people are going to stop ignoring evidences eventually, and they're going to start acting. But this is Revelation 11:14, and it reads, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." So when you look at all the stuff that's going on with the monetary systems failing around the world, you know, all the proxy wars, you know, what's going on in Syria, what's going on between China and Taiwan, you know, all the disruptions down in South America, you know, the alignments of you know, forces around the world, and, you know, in the first and second world being, you know, World War I and World War II, World War III and the C hip, the C to the H to the I to the P is upon us. So this isn't going to be 2, 3, 4, 5 years. This isn't going to last that long. As a matter of fact, it's not enough food and supplies for it to last that long. So buckle up, stay prayed up. So with that, I'm going to give all praises, all honor and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors to all my fellow laborers. Salutations to all the elect and the hopeful elect. All right, with that, I'm going to say, Shalom, Wa, Baba, Ba, Kwam, Yasharallah.